Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion coming to you from Lakes, Florida. This is one of my favorite little finds that I've ever found traveling through Florida. One day I just popped into this place and I was completely blown away by all the crazy stuff they have. You can find it online, sometimes listed as mimaginarium or Snappy Gator Collectibles, but this place is awesome. Let's go in and check it out. I haven't been here in probably 2 years. Even before you get inside, they have just a treasure trove of stuff in their front lawn that is all one of a kind. Very unique stuff. Look at that. How do you not want to come into a place that has that greeting you as soon as you get in here? The Snappy Gator. Look at this, they built their own giant spider. So here's your address if you want to come visit. I found some killer stuff here when I was here. I found a signed photo of Midnight Rider, the wrestler, which was an alias of Dusty Rhodes, selling it for $5. I bought that. That's probably worth $100. Got this really cool Marilyn Monroe picture. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff here. You can get big pieces like this for your outdoor furniture needs. Even a bench. This is all for sale. Look at this old Coca-Cola cooler. Nice and patinaed. Lots of frogs here today. Lots and lots of frog stuff. Alright, let's go on in. Alright. In the front room, before we even go in, you can buy a full-size traffic light, full-size drummer boy. Look at that. The dolphin and the seagull. Oh, this place is great. You got that right. And then they have your little odds and ends that you can really look through. Like I said, lots of frogs today. Looks like a frog to me. All kinds of stuff over here. More frogs. Look at this. Kind of reminds me of that art at the Webster Swaparama we went to that lady's husband makes out of the plastic bottles. Big treasure chest back here. It looks like a door to a car. Some fake pies. Look at that fountain. How cool is that? Look at this. This piece of wood that they carved a face into. Is that Churchill? I think it is. Some trophies. Oh, a turtle trophy. That's cool. Bunch of hockey sticks. That looks like the hood to the car door we found back there, so maybe we keep looking, we'll find the rest of the car here. There's a little rocking horse. Oh, anybody building a Bruce Wayne manor? Need that? Okay, there's lots to see in here. First off, it has all those lamp covers. I love that kind of stuff. Kind of reminds you of like your grandpa's basement. Oh, look, that guy's smoking. Some walking sticks over here. Oh, look at that one. Looks like the Godfather, the wrestler, was here. Anybody have a pool table? I assume this is a side table or for an ashtray. Look at that. Any sci-fi fans? That is awesome. That is so cool. Hey, they have Elvis's wig. Look at the peacock. How cool is that? It's all painted different colors. There's the Undertaker. No, Super Bowl 20. Hey, I found Richard Petty's hat. That looks like a Richard Petty hat, doesn't it? Look at this cool vintage railroad bag. It's only 20 bucks. That is cool. See, I love stuff like that. That's just like, put your money in there. I've never seen this. The single for Dirty Diana. That's a great cover, isn't it? Michael Jackson. That's great. Here we got some leather jackets. We've got some paddles for fraternities. And in here, in like a little booklets where I found the autographed picture of Midnight Rider, it was in one of these kind of things, and everything was just listed for $5. There's Martin Sheen. He's asking $37, but Martin Sheen actually just signed an autograph for me through the mail. He's even got it authenticated by Beckett. So I seem to remember seeing this as it was like a collection. Urban Meyer. Who's that? The Golden Arm. Some cool stuff in here. But yeah, that's how I found. They all have like a, there's JSA. Football. Tony Esposito. Phyllis George Brown. Not sure who that is. 16 bucks. Barbara Streisand, 16 bucks. That's got to be like a secretarial, I would think. If I get seriously interested in anything in here, I will look it up. Hey, there we go. Now we're talking seriously. Carol O'Connor says 17 bucks. I kind of doubt that it's real, but maybe I'll look into it. When I say I doubt it's real and that I bought something from this guy before, I just mean I think this was probably like a secretarial signature, just pre-printed that they just sent out to people that wrote to the show. Well, that's interesting. Whatever that little thing is in there, it's signed and authenticated. It's signed by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Hall and Oates, which is interesting. It's $61. That's kind of interesting because now that they have broken up and everything and they're not doing music together, they refuse to sign anything that the other has signed. So that's probably a good price on that. Looks like a decoration of some sort. Here we have a Jimmy Connors signed photo for $35. Charlton Heston for $25. What a collection, huh? Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett will sign through the mail. She signed for me a lot. Valerie Bertinelli, former Mrs. Eddie Van Halen, $14. Victoria Principal, $15. Reba McEntire is $55. She signed that right there. Willie Pep. This is neat. This is a postcard of Robert Redford for $23, and it looks like he must have signed Happy Days. That looks like Burt Reynolds. Signed, it's a signed postcard. That's crazy. Huh, from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that sure looks like Burt Reynolds to me. Astronaut John Glenn, former politician. Dustin Hoffman. Ted Williams. You got to be careful with Ted Williams because he was forged a lot. But this is asking $53, and it's actually not unthinkable because there used to be a Ted Williams baseball museum in downtown Tampa, so he was out here a lot for spring training and all that stuff. Elizabeth Taylor Warner? What? Are you serious? I'm gonna look into that. If that looks like that could be real, I might buy it. It's $53. That seems impossible. There's Johnny Carson, $33. Okay, I moved on to this book now, and this is interesting. There's a Goose Gossage signed photo, which not that rare because he signs all the time, but he actually signed it as Rich Gossage as opposed to how he normally does Goose. Now this is crazy. I met just about all these people at the Hollywood show and got this same photo, a bigger version of it, signed by Michael and Bernadette, Jimmy Walker, and even Jeanette Dubois right before she died. Never got John Amos, and this one only has John Amos. How about that? That's crazy. Oh, that's cool. TV Time, signed by John Amos. That's very cool. 65 bucks. What do we have here? Looks like Punky Brewster. No, that's Tiffany, isn't it? Tiffany for 31 bucks. Condoleezza Rice. Charlie Daniels for $41. No way. Oh, that must be Lorraine Bracco. Oh my gosh, that's John Ritter for $23, and he's put some inscription on here. It says, for Sergeant Pryor, and then it actually is signed down here. I'm going to take a look at this. I might buy this. That you can't pass up on. John Ritter for 20 bucks. I can tell by looking at it just in different shades of the light that it's definitely handwritten with an ink pen. Also, otherwise, if it were like a facsimile picture, why would they have him sign it in the dark spot? That's probably real. Wow. So I did some looking online. Take a look at how he wrote for. They're exactly the same. It's the same photo, and when he personalized it, it's 4 is written the same. This is totally him. He totally signed this. And it's kind of hard to show in here where that J is, but the J is exactly the same as that J. So here they have Tom Sizemore, $35.99, and it's authenticated. Elliot Gould, $30. Some MMA fighter. Not sure who that is. That's Don Newcomb. That's cool. Met Don Newcomb at Dodger Stadium many times. He's an all-time great. Dionne Warwick. Huh. Dionne Warwick. I don't see a price on that one. James McGirt. Buddy McGurk. Olivia Munn. Loretta Lynn. 12 bucks. And it's made out to Dolly? To Dolly? Looks like somebody tried to remove the personalization up there, I bet. They probably tried to see if they could just get it to say love Loretta Lynn. It didn't work. Yep, because look at this. This is Don Shula, and they were trying to remove the personalization to that one too. They got some of it off. Beautiful Lonnie Anderson, who I don't think signs through the mail. I have sent her something and tried. It's only 40 bucks. What do we have here? Who do we have here? Oh, from the Doobie Brothers. Tom Johnson. This is crazy. I was looking at this and I go, who is that? So I looked up the authentication sticker, which is ACOA, Autograph COA, the company, and they're very reputable. This is John Mayall. They're only asking 27 bucks for it. I think I'm gonna get that too. The great guitar player. Wow, I just didn't recognize him. That's interesting. That is a signed Superman page from Doug Hazelwood. They're only asking 21 bucks for it. He was who wrote The Death of Superman. Alex Band from The Calling. I never listened to The Calling. Signed photo, 21 bucks. Some of these are very... Seeing that one, you can tell it was hand signed. The Joker, Wow, that's signed by a couple of people, and that's only listed for 11 bucks. That doesn't make any sense. There's a authentication on there too. On the back it says Todd Phillips, so that's the director, but it looks like there's two signatures on there. I'm so intrigued by this. I think I might buy it. It's only $11, but it's authenticated. I looked up the authentication, and it is in the system as Todd Phillips, signed 8x10. The blue, the blue over here is him. So I don't know who this is. It doesn't look like Joaquin Phoenix, but somebody in the Joker, so I'm going to get it. Why not? Heck it. The robot signed this. An authenticated Angela Lansbury for $33? That's crazy. It's got the JSA sticker. That is crazy. Bottom dollar prices. This trip may all be about just these photo albums now. I can't believe this is all the stuff so far that I'm thinking I'm gonna get. I've looked at all the signatures. I've looked at the authentications if they have them to make sure they don't go to something else, and they're all legit, and the prices are like kind of beyond low. It's kind of crazy. So these are the ones I'm gonna definitely get. Another Loretta Lynn. You can see up here on the T that that white mark, he tried to remove it. It's not as noticeable because it kind of looks like her arm might just be open, but he really did try and remove it. It's only $9. Also a hot topic in the news lately, Billy Ray Cyrus. That's only $9. Wayne Newton for $6, and it's signed down here in gold. I already got a Wayne Newton though. Katie got it for me. Magic Johnson. Gene Weedland from the Go-Go's. $32. Some racing photos. You think we're lucky enough to find a Dale Earnhardt in here? I doubt it. There's Bill Elliott though, so who knows? We could get lucky. Dr. J, Julius Irving with an authentication sticker, $55. I actually won a signed shoe signed by him, so I already have something to him. What do we have here? Oh, Don Larson pitched a perfect game in the World Series, and it's authenticated. $35. The great Wayne Gretzky? Really? It's not authenticated, but it's a signed Beckett magazine for $45. Wow. I'm no expert, but that does look like Wayne's autograph. JSA authenticated Jennifer Lopez signed photo for $56. If you're a collector, this is the place to go if you're trying to add to your collection. Look at this. Roger Staubach, $56. Floyd Patterson, wow, $10. Guy tried to remove all the stuff again. Wow, I might buy that. $10. Oh, this is interesting. Here we have something from United, an admiral for the Navy, and he's made it out to the guy that John Ritter autograph is made out to. So this poor guy probably passed away, and someone was trying to remove all the personalization to sell him. Don Larson again. Oh, Aaron Moran, $10. I'm buying that one. Enjoy. Aaron Moran from Happy Days. $10, just out of respect, we're buying that one. Signed in blue ink. Wow, this is a letter to him from Lady Bird Johnson. Look at that. That's a small signed photo of some of the cast of Dallas. I see Linda Gray. I think the guy who played JR's dad, and Patrick Duffy. $10. Sold. This is interesting. I wonder what happened to her. This is Kim, who was Miss USA 1981 for JCPenney. Everybody has a story. Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach John McKay. Signed photo. It's not bad. Vita Blue, 10 bucks. Might get that one. Who else? Chuck Mangione. 10 bucks. Katie loves Chuck Mangione. Oh man, that's a good one. Made out to Alan Pryor. Ted Knight, we're definitely buying this one. Ted Knight for 10 bucks. To Alan. Yep, all handwritten. That's great. I can't figure out who this is. There's Frank Gifford. 10 bucks. This hiding over here, this soup ladle signed by the soup Nazi from Seinfeld. Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, Suzette Derrick. Did she become famous for anything else? Was she an actress or anything? Let's see who else. 10 bucks. Giorgio Blanchard. Joyce DeWitt, but he tried to remove the personalization again and it just got really messy. Whatever he used ran all over the autograph, so we'll stay away from that one. Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company. That's too bad. Clint Eastwood. Wonder if that's real. 20 bucks. We may have to try. Personalized from Rusty Staub. The B-52s. Oh, it's all like pre-printed. That's an old photo of the B-52s. That's crazy. Only 5 bucks though. Lou Ferrigno must be signed on the other side. Yep. Like a postcard. And then they got Ed Asner here for 15 bucks. Lou Grant. Bob Hope. That's legit. 20 bucks. I actually have a bigger version of this that Scott Michaels gave me that's signed. That's how he always signed his stuff, so that's legit. Look at this. Charles Bronson. 20 bucks. I don't see how I can not get that one. It's not even personalized. It just says, best wishes, Charles Bronson. In kind of a faded Sharpie. Wow. What a weird one to see at the very end. Best wishes. He removed the personalization, but it's best wishes Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner both. So it's real. I mean, he removed the personalization up here. You can see it's all faded out. It's only 20 bucks we're getting it. There's a Frank Sinatra, but I think that's a preprint. Looks a lot like a preprint to me, so I'm gonna stay away from that one. So people ask sometimes how I know like whether things are authentic or not. I mentioned I belong to a bunch of autograph groups and you can post photos in there. People will sometimes know a lot of the backstory on the person signing it to know whether it's authentic or not. So I posted the photo of the Elizabeth Taylor thinking that they would say it was probably like a photo print because the purple just looks too perfect. Actually, somebody replied and said it's secretarial, and Elizabeth would say that the woman that she paid to sign her autographs could sign her autographs better, so good that Elizabeth couldn't tell whether she had signed them herself. So we're gonna stay away from that one. Poster signed by the cast, and it's JSA certified, so that's about the best you can hope for. Most of the stuff in here is certified, so we're gonna go look around the rest of this place. I didn't expect to spend most of our time here, but man, what a cool pile we found. All right, let's see what we got. There's all kinds of different rooms, different vendors. So depending on what you're looking for, there's a lot of dolls and things like that. Fake birds. Kind of interesting. That's a Walt Disney collection showcase right there. Selling a top hat of someone in there. Some old boxing gloves, a military helmet. I've never found anything out here that I'm ever looking for. It's more furniture and odds and ends. You know, a couple of buildings, so I'll show them to you, but see what I mean? Oh, golf bag if you need it. But yeah, it's mainly kind of like home furnishing stuff like that, which I don't really need any of. An old pool table light, old Messerschmitt. then we'll go into this building. Cabbage Patch dolls. All right, we're going back in. We're gonna hit the other half of this place. That's great. This place is great. This room is great. Dragon. It's a cigarette ad. That's cool. Like, what is that? Buying the parking meter. And what do you need a parking meter indoors for? Big ashtray. And we've got a hat signed by somebody. I'm not sure who. Okay, well that says it's signed by Patsy Cline. I don't think Patsy Cline actually signed this. I'm gonna go on a whim here and say she didn't. That's a plunger. That rifle down at the very bottom, that's a plunger for your toilet. Vinyl train set stuff. Not seeing a ton of good stuff on this side today like I have in the past, but I do love Odie, so seeing Odie from Garfield and Garfield are both awesome. Sometimes they get new vendors that took over these sections, so that's probably what happened is whatever vendor was in this section before had all the stuff I liked, they probably moved out or something. Here's a whole Wizard of Oz piece with photos from the movie and everything. And that doll in the packaging is actually a John Wayne. This place is just a cool place. M&M Imaginarium is probably the best way to find them. That's an interesting wind chime. Look at that bird in the nest. I like that. That's very cool. So is that lamp. It's kind of cool too. Alright, I didn't expect to spend all of our time in the autograph book section today, but that's a pretty insane collection we found. Oh, I just noticed that. Look at that bench. The ends. And one of Hulk Hogan's failed business ventures, the Thunder Mixer. Basically like a juicer kind of deal. $25. I dig this Nefertiti head that glows. And that lamp. Man, fun times.
You know, they may have made 100 like that one or something. They didn't make thousands.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not like now.
Oh, yeah, true.
But anyway, there's...
I definitely should give some thanks today because this was a great trip here. I found some really cool stuff. That John Ritter alone just made my day. Wow. That being said, we're going to call it a day. Thank you all for watching from M&M Imaginarium. This was awesome. Thank you for watching. Land O'Lakes, Florida. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.